Hello and welcome to you today. Thank you for inviting me today. Thank you for inviting me to interact with you all at the Institute of Chemical Technology in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, and for joining your meeting, which has the linked themes of women innovators and also catalyzing diversity in science. And this is being held, as I understand it, in celebration of the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. So let me introduce myself. My name is Professor Mary Garson, and I live and work in Brisbane in Australia. This year, I have the honour to become the Vice President and indeed President-elect of the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, IUPAC, and I am the third woman in the 104-year history of IUPAC to hold this prestigious leadership role. It's going to be quite a challenge, one that I'm very much looking forward to. So in 2011, IUPAC celebrated the life and achievements of Marie Curie, Nobel laureate, in the International Year of Chemistry. I contributed to those celebrations by creating a global networking breakfast event for women chemists. Our network was relaunched as the Global Women's Breakfast, GWB, in 2019 for the International Year of the Periodic Table. And now I am the co-convener along with Dr. Laura McConnell from the United States of America. So each year we choose a date in February to organise this event to celebrate, to connect, and to empower women scientists worldwide, to have a conversation about breaking barriers in science, and so to build a better, a fairer, and a more inclusive world. And since 2019, there have been held over 1,500 events in 100 different countries, so many countries joining in our breakfast events. So what's our conversation going to be about today? In many countries, the numbers of women undertaking STEM subjects in high schools and universities has not risen significantly in recent years. And so our society remains STEM, that is science, technology, mathematics, illiterate. And this is against the background of science being important for our future global economy and sustainability. We only have to think about the really pressing need for clean water, food production, food security, cheap and safe medicines and vaccines, of course, as well as green fuel and energy. And so we understand the need for well-trained, creative, and responsible scientists. Modern day science is all about collaboration, in other words, teamwork. There have been many studies which report on issues surrounding diversity in teams. And a really important conclusion is that the more diverse a team, the more creative and the more productive that team is, and the more it will contribute. Teams that lack diversity tend to generate unimaginative solutions and ideas that lack novelty. So not only do we need to strengthen participation of women in STEM on grounds of equal opportunity, that is gender equity, and what we can only describe in simple terms as fairness, but also because this will lead to better scientific outcomes and thus to better outcomes for all of society. So action needs to be taken, and I hope you will agree with me about that. We need to get the setting right for women scientists, in particular those in their early career stages. We need to share the key message that science opens the door to career paths that are both challenging, personally rewarding, and of benefit to society. We need to fill skills gaps and to shape our centres of research and technology and our industries with the most able and talented individuals, and make the best use of the chemists, indeed of the scientists of the future. That is people, individuals exactly like you. So what can we do? Well, I have to apologise that I don't know very much about the situation for women in science in Uzbekistan and whether you also have a gender pay gap. So I'm just going to make a few general comments now based on my observations of the situation in my own country of Australia. I think it's important that employers should give proper support during periods of medical and paid parental leave, and should include support for transition back into the workforce and for cover during teaching or administrative leave. Employers should encourage flexible work arrangements so that individuals can have very sensible workday schedules. Work meetings should take place in core hours. In my university, that means between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. These normal working hours may be different in your country. In many cultures, men do not yet take parental leave, yet having a family is a partnership. Recognition of family life and indeed of work-life balance is important within the culture of a workplace and should be valued as such. Part-time work should be an option, and with the assurance of the availability of full-time work when the person is ready to return. And workloads for the part-time person should be adjusted accordingly, and there shouldn't be an expectation that additional simple tasks can be undertaken when on leave. I think it's important also that we encourage funding agencies to support researchers through longer contracts, as this provides stability. It's often the insecurity of a short-term contract which drives a researcher or a worker to relocate to another city, to another environment. And that's got to have major implications for those with family or carer duties. This is going to require significant cultural change within the academic sector in particular. Funding agencies should require grant recipients to actively build mentoring and training initiatives into their grant and show how they propose to provide career development for their research team. Academic grant research is often undertaken by early career researchers and graduate students. It's a key aspect of the responsible conduct of scientific research and is going to require support and resources within institutions and by funding agencies. So, in particular, to the young people in your audience in Tashkent, may I simply say, please just go for it and think in terms of a career in science. Think outside of the box. Cultivate your skills, identify opportunities and training initiatives. Seek external opportunities that promote your visibility. But of course, don't neglect your own physical and mental health. Try to maintain a healthy work-life balance and recognize if you need to take a break to replenish your energy and creativity. I do some of my best thinking and science work when I'm taking exercise, in my case, walking and swimming. So I hope that you have enjoyed our brief interaction. I've certainly enjoyed speaking with you and thinking about you in Tashkent, even though, of course, I have not been able to be present in person at your meeting. I wish you all the best for your discussions, and thank you again for the invitation to speak with you. Goodbye.